Good evening, Lions Pride Podcast Nation. This is your host, Lion Jerry, bringing you another episode. Tonight we got our guest is District Governor Marsine Perry from Arizona 21 North. We're going to talk about her goals, her ambitions this year, her journey, the partnership that she's working with on 21 South with District Governor Ed, her kickoff, all sorts of other cool things. But before we bring her on, I want to read a little story here for a new segment that I'm going to try to do is a lion story of the week. Any of those feel good moments. This was something I was able to help out in just a little small part, and just to see it in action was so tremendous and mind blowing and inspiring and all sorts of other good stuff. So this week's lion story comes right here in Cochise County and perfectly captures what it means to be a lion. A resident from Wichita City reached out asking for help from a family member in the Cochise Stronghold area whose wheelchair ramp had become unsafe. It took one message to the Cochise Stronghold Lions Club members to get it going. The same day, Lions visited the home, assessed the project, developed a plan, and less than 24 hours later, the new ramp was complete and ready for use. That's the kind of story that doesn't make national headlines, but it changes someone's life forever. This is exactly why Lions exist. We don't wait for someone else to solve the problem. We step up. To the Cochise Stronghold Lions Club members, thank you for showing what we serve truly means and reminding us all where there's a need, there is a lion. So just that story right there, and I got the before pictures and the after pictures, which I'll post up on our new Facebook page shortly. And that's all it was. I got the phone call. I think it was a Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon, something like that. Made one phone call to the Cochise Stronghold members, and the next day I was told it was done, or they're putting the final touches on it. So just that, to relieve that stress from somebody and their family members and whatnot, one less thing they have to worry about, was just mind blowing to me. It makes me proud to be a Lion, just to see that this family is now taken care of. And it's stuff we do every day. We're always helping out, and I want to bring those stories to the forefront and let everyone know the successes that we have and those lives that we touch. So with that, I'm going to transition here. We're going to go ahead and bring in the newly appointed or elected District Governor of 21 North, freshly back from her trip from Hong Kong. And let's get her on here and kind of talk to her. District Governor Marsine, are you there?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yes.
There we go. All right, cool. Well, welcome to the Lions Pride podcast, and it's an honor to have you here and being able to talk with you tonight and kind of get a little bit of your goals, your ambitions, your background with Lions Club.
Perfect. Thank you. And thanks for inviting me, Jerry. I certainly appreciate it. I love that story that you just told, because a lot of people don't realize how many lives we touch, and we don't report enough about it or talk about the services that we do because we don't brag about it. And that's one thing I think we need to do a better job of, is letting people know what we do in the community and how we can help them in the community, so that, more people know of the services that we have to offer. People always think of vision. They always think of, the Knights of the Blind, but they don't know that that's not all that we do. We do help with, medical screenings. We do help with not only vision, but, diabetic screening, A1C checks, little things like that. And there's just so much more that we can do, and we are doing. And because we're not talking about it, no one knows that we are there,
Oh, 100%. I agree with you. I mean, we have to get our stories out there, to let them know that we do more than just the few things. And we all have clubs filled with talented members who can do lots of stuff. And why should we keep it under wraps or a secret or whatnot? That's what my this podcast, that's a good thing that I with this podcast I want to do, is I want to get those voices out there and let people know that we are here, we're here to serve, we're here to help. We do
Yeah.
it because we want to give back.
Yeah, and kudos to you and Cochise, Lions Cochise Club, for helping out the person that reached out to you regarding that rap, because that was amazing. And you didn't ask, you just went and took care of it and made it happen. And I love that. And I tell a lot of people that when I'm wearing my Lions shirt or I'm wearing my Lions vest, people walk up to me and just share their stories of how Lions have touched their lives. And they need to see our presence. They need to know that we're here. And that way we can help more and even get more Lions, more service, so that we can help even more people.
Exactly.
I started my journey about 11 years ago. And initially, I started out just volunteering at the 3000 Club, which is a warehouse off of 19th Avenue in Rose Garden. And I would go there and help with produce, giving out produce to families in need. It's a very underserved area. And so people can come in, spend $10 and get 60 pounds of produce. 60 pounds of produce would actually feed 4 families. Mm-hmm. So, I would help sort through the produce and take out the bad stuff, and then we put together packages and give those out to people who were coming to pick up the produce. And I was volunteering as an employee when I was working for Wells Fargo. And so the owner, Ethel Lazario Smith, asked me to come to a Lions meeting because I was, faithfully going and volunteering. And so I went to a couple of Lions meetings, and the club that I belong to is Phoenix Asian American Lions Club, and it is a family club, specialty club where normally, family members join with their kids, and, husband and wife will join with their kids, and the Leos and Cubs are the younger Lions, and they would help out with, volunteering in the community and then also at the warehouse. So I went to a couple of meetings and I said, hey, I like what's happening here and I want to get involved. And so I joined. And from there, the first meeting that I went to, the third meeting that I went to, they were like, oh, okay, we need you to come to one of our board meetings so you can see what it's all about. I was at the board meeting and became third vice president of the club, and I'm like, how did this happen?
Surprise.
Yeah, guess what? You get to be a vice president. So after 3 years, I was the president of the club, and during that time, it was during COVID. And, you think even during COVID, you can't help people out, but we actually did. We would go to nursing homes and take the produce, deliver that produce to the nursing home so that they had fresh produce that they could, cook and take care of the patients. Because a lot of people had problems getting out and going shopping and things, so it really helped a lot of nursing homes. And the reason we started was a coworker of mine said, hey, my grandmother is in the nursing home. Can you help with a food box? So I said, yeah, what's the name of the nursing home? So I went by the 3000 Club, picked up, 120 pounds of produce, went to the nursing home and dropped it off. And they were so ecstatic. They were like, who are you and where did you come from? And I said, I'm with the Phoenix Asian American Lions Club, and make sure you let others that are in need, let them know about it. And they did. And so we started giving out produce boxes to nursing homes. And it was something that was just a spur of the moment. And because one person reached out, we just started doing it. And it's things like that can happen, you know. And so from there, I became a zone chair. And as a zone chair, you go out and you visit other clubs. And so I would go out and visit different clubs from, within my zone. And I think at that time I had probably 6 clubs. Within 3 months, they added 3 more clubs to my zone, and they're like, first thing, can you handle 9? I'm like, 9? Are you kidding me? I was like, okay, it must be something that I can handle, so I did. And I loved it. I absolutely loved going to visit clubs. And so, right before I ended my term as zone chair, I was asked by Fahana to be a district governor. And I'm like, district governor? Are you kidding? I thought I was pulling back. Now I'm doing more. Okay, I'll do it. And 4 years later, here I am, district governor. I came in as 3rd vice, and now I'm district governor. And while it was something that I was voluntold, I absolutely love it. I'm having a good time. And I can't say that I would do it again, but but I am enjoying the journey because I get to meet people like you. And so it's been a blessing. It really has.
Well, that is just awesome. That's a great story, just to see where something small started your journey into now you're leading the North into this new year that just started a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but we have 61 clubs in the North, and we've been tasked with adding 4 new clubs in the North and 1 in the South. So that's 5 clubs altogether, and then add an additional 100+ members. So is that doable? I think it is. I absolutely think it is. And we're doing this as a team. It's not the North or the South. It's the North and the South, and we're doing it together. So we're going to help each other build these clubs and add new members, and we're going to do it together. Ed and I are going to do it together.
And that's just awesome. There's a saying, the teamwork makes the dream work, right? Very cliche, but it makes sense. It's one of those sayings that I don't mind saying because it does work. And yes, we may be 2 different districts, but we make up Arizona. And
that's right.
Arizona, especially coming out of ending last year, had that big membership drive for the last 6 months. Huge numbers came into that. I think just about every club added more than 1 new member to their club, and it's just to see Arizona grow like that, and to see the partnership that's coming into this year just makes me just ecstatic about this year, and energetic, and and it started off, Ed showed me the pen that you guys created and how it comes together to form the state. It's phenomenal, and that pen is just a small portion of what this great state's going to do for Lions Club. People everywhere are going to know Arizona is here to showcase our strengths, and that saying, where there's a need, there's a lion. Arizona lives up to it. Doesn't matter if you're in Phoenix, Chandler, Flagstaff, Wichita City, Douglas. We're all going to serve our communities, and when there's a need for extra help, just other clubs chip in, and that's that teamwork, that camaraderie that helps. The more hands doing it, the more communities, the more people are going to be reached, and their lives are going to be that much better and enriched because they're struggling for something, but we have the resources. And even if let's say a Lions doesn't have the resource, or it's something we don't really tackle, we have contacts with other organizations, and one of the things I learned early on in my Lions journey, which is only 3 years at this point, is some people have a distaste for these other civic organizations, Rotary Club, Shriners. It's like, why are we not working together? They're just a different organization.
That's right.
Same
and
vision.
They're all having the same difficulties as we're having. So why not help each other?
Why not help? And it it starts one
right.
with club to club, then district to district, then state to state, then the reach is just it's nonstop. But we continue to work together, and that's one thing want Arizona to kind of push to lead that way is we're gonna do more helpful damage together than we can
Right.
by ourselves. So,
Right.
Just from my standpoint, talking with Ed and being on his team this year, and just spending some time with you and some of your team up in Atlanta at the 1.5 summit.
Yes, that was fun.
It was so much fun, and then just your team is awesome. Melee, I cannot speak enough of that woman. She is awesome. She is a ball of fire, and I can't wait to work with her.
Yes.
I talk to her like almost daily, just hey, how was your day? What about this? Hey, I got this going on. What about this? And
I wish I had 10 more of her and 10 more of you.
So I'm just like, we're gonna do some damage, and then the other day we're kind of talking. I was like, what'd be crazy is if in a couple years, me and you were district governors, and
right.
I was like, imagine what we could do when we're up. I mean, we're gonna bring that drive and that energy, and we're looking to hopefully go to Chicago in October for a training for the Lion's Edge. Like we're waiting. I think we find out this week.
I think so, yeah.
If we get accepted.
I will probably find out first.
Yeah, you and Ed probably will. So, I've been anxiously waiting, and I was okay, but now that it's coming up this week, final week of July, I'm like, okay, now the nerves are kicking in. I was like, okay, am I gonna get it? Am I not? But it's just one more tool in my belt that I can come back to help the South, the North, Arizona, just be bigger and stronger. And when we get together with our kickoffs, which we'll get to your kick, I know your kickoff's right around the corner. So we got lots of things coming up, and your kickoff's on the 1st, so we're like less than a week away, or just about a week away.
Right. Yeah.
So
just about a week away. Yes.
And then the fun really begins. So what's like, give me some details on your kickoff, like where's it at, what's your cost?
Great question. So my kickoff is August 1st. It's going to be in Williams, Arizona at the Rodeo Steakhouse, and it is $30, at which you can Zelle or mail a check. We do have the registration form online, so they can go to the Arizona Forum or look at their digital Canyon State News that's emailed out to all Lions. It was in the July edition. We're going to post it again, I believe, next week, Monday or Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. It's going to come out early for August. So we're going to repost it, $30. It's a half day. The registration is from 8 to 9 a.m. and the kickoff starts at 9 o'clock. The theme is black and white, Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. So it's casual, it's too hot for fancy stuff. So it's going to be a half day from 9 till 3. We are also partnering with Vitalent Blood Services and doing a blood drive during that time for the, anyone can volunteer to donate blood, and Vitalent is sponsoring a brand new Volkswagen Torso SUV. So that will be given out in September.
Whoa. So at your kickoff, quick recap, because my mind just got blown here. One, you're going to be on the world famous Route 66.
Yes.
At a steakhouse. A great blood drive with the chance to win a brand new car.
Yes.
Wow.
Your name will get entered into a drawing to win a Volkswagen SUV. Yes.
Oh.
We'll get out in September.
That is an awesome kickoff. I mean,
I know, right?
talk about setting the tone and the pace for the new year.
I know. What am I gonna do next?
You're setting your bar really high at the beginning. So yeah, and then
Yeah,
you got that, and then you turn around and you guys are. I know I heard Melee is coming, but I believe you're coming to 21 South kickoff, which is the
I
following Saturday.
did. The following Saturday, I will be at the South kickoff.
Yep, and we
Yes.
got some stuff planned. I know Ed's still kind of tweaking and putting the final touches on everything, so I haven't got all the details on ours yet, but I will definitely be there to ours. I wish I can come up to the north and spend the day with you guys. But unfortunately, that day is my youngest daughter's. She's a freshman this year, and that's her walk around day to kind of learn where her new classes are at.
Congratulations.
So thank you. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to skip that one, because I got to get her ready for high school life.
That's right. That's right.
So, but she's excited and whatnot. And if nobody knows, so my youngest daughter also dresses up as our mascot. She's Leo the lion.
Nice.
So
I love it.
she getting into the costume. She gives that typical teenage, do I really got to do this attitude type thing.
They're so hot. I did it before when I was in high school as well.
Yeah, but as soon as she gets in that thing, she has a blast. She goes with it. She has fun. Yeah. So she goes around, shakes hands, poses, takes pictures, all the fun stuff. So she may or may not be at the 21 South kickoff. I think I might give her a weekend off to kind of just chill at home and relax and with nothing to worry about, especially because her schooling starts the 5th. So, so I figure, okay, first couple days of school.
The summer went quick for them.
Jeez. It did. It was crazy, and I see these schedules. I tell my kids all the time, especially when my oldest was in school too. I was like, you guys go to school a lot more than we do, in a way. But then we had you guys have longer breaks. Or we had longer breaks. I'm sorry, we had longer breaks. So it was weird. I was like, but they get all these weird days off. Like they had a couple snow days a couple years ago, and I was like, I never had a snow day when I was going to school. I mean, we're in the desert. It's snow. It's gonna melt in no time. Come on now.
Exactly.
So, I was just like, okay, it is what it is. So, let's. So we kind of touched on that partnership that you and Ed have been working on. Just what does that mean in the long term for you and your zone, your district, and just the state?
The state in general, we're working with, we want to partner with, different nonprofits and also, church organizations. We've done a couple of pop-ups, service pop-ups, we call it, with different local churches in Glendale and Central Phoenix, where we brought our services to their church. And, they partner with advertising, and then we bring the service to the church. Sometimes we've given out clothes and produce, and then done A1C checks and free medical screenings, diabetic screenings, give out readers, because we can give out the readers in the U.S. We can't give out glasses. So we will provide, readers to people who come and have their eyes tested, adults and children. We give out school supplies, book bags with the school supplies in them. We have done that in in local churches and different organizations that invite us out. But we want to do more of that. So we're now reaching out to places like Vitalent. We're reaching out to Red Cross. We're reaching out to, different organizations and letting them know, hey, we're here. We can provide these types of services and, doing service pop-ups. When you do the service pop-up, we're also saying, hey, let's work together, but how about joining Lions? And this is what we can do as far as, the different grants that we have available.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you want to start a club and partner with these organizations. We'll join yours, you join ours. We're reaching out to Legion. We're reaching out to Rotary. We're reaching out to Kiwanis. We're reaching out to the different organizations as well, because they're suffering just like we are.
Oh yeah.
Members age out just like in Lions, they're aging out, and so they need members just like we need members. So let's help each other.
Oh yeah.
And so we're going to continue to talk about that and build those relationships and see how we can help each other.
Oh yeah, I agree with that 100%. We the Benson Lions Club, we had a Beat the Heat membership drive the last 2 Saturdays at one of the parks in Benson, and the last one, a couple of my members volunteered with a company called We Care.
Mm-hmm.
And they, they do such good work, and I was like, she brought the president and the treasurer over to talk to me about some partnership stuff that can happen. So just kind of talking to them, and I was like, you know what? Have you guys ever thought about joining Lions Club? And they're like, no. I was like, well, here. So I talked to them, and they're like, your mission's the same as our mission. We just kind of serve, a little different people. I was like, yeah, but, we can help with that. If you guys are running low on something, we can help get you that or whatever.
Right.
So it turns out, after talking with them for probably, I must talk to them for like 45 minutes, just different things. And they're like, okay, well, would you guys ever consider joining our board? I was like, I would.
Right.
I was like, I would help you guys out. So we're kind of starting to develop a little working relationship there, and possibly, and she's like, well, yeah, because I could just join us as the company, and then any one of us can come to your meetings. And then I was like, yeah, even if you just like you join your name, I mean, I just need a name to put on the application, but I don't care who comes to represent your company.
Right.
Right. Because
exactly.
So you come with whoever is available that night, and we'll make it work, and then I'll try to get to your guys' meetings. A little difficult because, you guys have it during the day, and I work full time. So but I'm pretty sure one of my other members will step in for me, and it's that partnership that we start developing and working together. And
that's right.
Partnership is just the way to go. It's networking. It's building all these connection points to different people, different organizations that are just going to make it that much better for the people that we were put here to help.
To serve, because everyone has the same mission.
Yep.
And that's to serve the community.
100%.
And so yeah, it absolutely works. As long as we're, it's a give and take on both ends.
Yes.
And so clubs are willing, just like, their struggle is our struggle. So yeah, of course, we're both going to benefit.
Oh yeah. And that'd be that much more, and I'm a firm believer. Everyone was put here for a purpose and a reason.
That's right.
If then we just need to find that right person to partner with, to find that next person. So it starts with one, then two, and it's just that multiplication of people that can just keep going and helping. And coming from my old industry, I was an animal control officer for a few years, and I would talk to people about, spaying and neutering your animals. And I always used I had a little chart, 2 cats turns into 4, 4 turns into 8, 8 turns into 10, just keeps going and going and going.
Right.
I mean, that's the negative aspect of it for that industry. But, in the same form, we have that kind of same thing, 2 people, now that's 4 people. And now you have a service project where it's a sea of yellow everywhere. Right. And that's just that. I think that's just a phenomenal thing to achieve and dream. And, it's something that I would love to be a part of in any fashion, in any amount. I mean, even if it's only 10 yellow vests, we're going to be out. We have our, in October, our Relay for Life for cancer.
Oh, nice.
So Sierra,
I'm going to try to come to
come on down. Sierra Vista Lions Club is the head of it. She kind of like well, someone else organizes it, but she kind of put her club in it. And I was like, hey, how would you like if I try to get some other clubs in there? We can make a big presence. Because I mean, technically, like one of our big things is pediatric cancer.
Right.
I say it, yes, okay, but I also look at it. Cancer's cancer. I don't care if you're 2 or 100. It's cancer sucks.
That's right.
Right?
Yes, it does.
So I have a couple members in my club right now that one is going through cancer right now, treatments. As of last Tuesday that I talked to her, she's coming out of surgery from it. She's getting ready to start chemo, but she is doing great. They say everything's going good so far. So I was like, good news on that one. One of our other...
my God. My prayers to them.
Yeah. One of my other members, unfortunately, she lost a loved one to cancer this year. So it affects everybody in a way or another, right? So I want to get... My goal is to have the Lions Club booth there, just a madhouse of whether we wear our yellow vest or we wear our club shirts or we just there to support whatever. President Janet Morlock, that's the president of the Sierra Vista Lions Club, whatever she needs us to do, I'm going to be there just to support her.
Absolutely.
I will.
Please send me the information so that I can be there.
I will send it to you right after our conversation today, and we'll make sure. And I'll let her know that, hey, I got people coming from Phoenix coming down,
that's right,
who heard about this and want to be involved and be there to support the mission. So, and see that right there, that's that partnership that
right.
It doesn't matter your mailing address or your street address. It's where is your heart going to take you? And
that's right.
It's for me to see that smile on that senior citizen's face, or that kid who's never been able to see clearly at school and now he's got a pair of glasses and he's got perfect vision and he's doing great. Just to see the smiles on their faces, that makes it all worthwhile to me. That is like my Super Bowl right there, right? That's me holding up that Super Bowl trophy, is just that one person.
That's right.
So when I got involved 3 years ago, I've always, even before that, I was trying to give back to the community, but never knew where I belonged. My boss brought me in and said, hey, come to a Lions Club meeting tonight. I was like, okay, why not? Let me go check it out. It out, and I signed the application that night. I was like, here you go. Done. Don't even have to, not even a second question. I'm joining now.
Right.
Did some, research, found out that my mom was a Lion. I had no idea. I knew she belonged to the VFW, but never knew she was a Lion. So I was like, cool. I got my oldest daughter. She's a Lion now. And my youngest daughter is going to be the 4th generation Lion eventually when she joins.
Yes.
But it's the same thing. It's like, we want to give back. And
Exactly.
And this is just the easiest way, because Lions gives us that platform to do it.
Yeah. Now my father was a Mason, actually.
Oh, nice.
And so I've always known about these different organizations. I never knew that women belonged to it until I joined Lions, and of course, women weren't allowed. Back then.
Right.
But now, women are. And it's evolved. And we have to evolve with it. Things change, so we have to evolve with it.
Yes.
And, you talk about, the moment. I've had many moments where I say, this is the reason I'm a Lion. A few years ago, about 4 years ago, when my mother passed, and she was in the nursing home at the time, and I moved her here to take care of her up until she took her last breath. And so every holiday we start right on December 1st, right after Thanksgiving. We go out. Our club goes to different nursing homes, and we do Christmas carols. We have someone dressed up like Mr. and Mrs. Claus, and we give out gifts at the nursing homes.
Oh.
And I remember the year my mother passed, my niece looked at me. She said, "Are we going to really do this?" And I said, "Yeah, we should. We need to do this." And we were, laughing sometimes, crying sometimes, going to the different nursing homes, but the smiles on their face. And these are some of these people. They're so old they don't have any living relatives in the state, so that's the only gift that they're going to get or visit that they're going to get, because they don't have relatives that are here. And so the smiles on their faces when they see Mr. and Mrs. Claus come in, and we're singing, dressed up all Christmassy and doing our Christmas carols. We're dressed up like elves, and we come in there with our gifts and dancing with them and singing with them. They love it. They love it.
Oh yeah,
bringing Christmas cookies, and it's just a blast to see the smiles on their faces. And some of them are so ill that they may not see Christmas.
Yeah.
So just to be there and be in their presence and bringing some joy and happiness to their lives, there's no better feeling.
100%. I mean, just to give them that childhood feeling again, because I mean, I'm sorry, no matter how old you get, seeing Mr. and Mrs. Claus is just for me anyways, it always takes me back to just being a kid and just having those undoubtful thoughts that Santa's real, Mrs. Claus real, the North Pole, all that's real, right? And it reminds me that we have to remember our generational people, all the way up for the senior citizens. Everyone is a person. Everyone has different feelings and thoughts. But doing something so small as just going there and singing, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, or what, that takes them back to being a kid, and they get to relive and bring all those memories back for them. And like you said, it could be one of the last things that they remember, as they go. And they had that one more Christmas day that was able to happen before they went home to their final resting place. And just the holidays, I've lost both my parents over the last 6-7 years, and I will never forget them. I still celebrate their birthdays.
That's right.
I still, put little things up for them. Both my parents were cremated. I have their urns here, and I, talk to them all the time and whatnot. It's remembering the people who got us here, and then remembering the people that we're going to turn this over to when we're no longer around to do this, and making sure we're leaving people set up ready for success and thriving and our passion to give back. So going to caroling at senior homes and giving those people, I volunteered before at a senior home too, so I know that feeling. Even just going in and just sitting with them and talking for 10-15 minutes.
Exactly.
Because that sometimes is all they get. I mean, the nursing staff do their best they can. I applaud people who are nurses, doctors, all that. That's a hard job. I have a brother who's in the medical field, and it's really hard, and they try their best for, usually not the greatest pay. So
that's right.
They try to get to everybody, but they don't have the time to sit, because you can imagine if you got a senior citizen home, they have 100 people there. If you sit 15 minutes with every single person every day, you're not going to get your job done.
Exactly.
It's crazy. So Lion's doing something as
I do give it up to them.
Yeah.
Not enough can be said about people who work in the care facilities and the care homes and the group homes, and it's kudos to all of them.
All of them.
You have to love what you do, because it is taxing.
Yes. I mean, first responders, law enforcement. I mean, even as coming from a law enforcement background, as an animal control officer, I give it up to everybody. Even I don't want to say as low as, but people who are dispatchers, they go through a lot of stuff on those phones.
That's right.
Yes, they do. I had respect before becoming an officer, but now I even have even more respect for all of them, and It's a job that
I did.
you're either born with the drive to do and you do it
That's
well,
right.
or you think it's going to be something like you see on TV and it's not the job for you. um,
Right.
because you will
True.
see the worst of the worst, the best of the best. Like some of the stuff I've seen, I would not wish on anybody. Um,
Right.
and it's just that's like I'm big on mental health for anybody and everybody. I think everybody's
Absolutely.
mental health is a huge thing. You have to take care of yourself physically, mentally, if you're going to give to people. So, like I tell everybody, my phone's always on. Call me.
Right.
I'd rather
Right.
be woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning to listen to you vent or just get something off your chest, or you're upset about something than get another call that you're no longer with us. I don't like those calls, and I don't like getting them. I don't like taking care of them. So mental health is
Yeah.
big on me. I've lost friends before to suicide, and
Yeah.
it hits home a lot. And
Absolutely. And
so
that is one of our initiatives as well.
awesome.
That's one of our initiatives. So yes.
Cool.
Yes. And we'll usually during our service week, we always have one segment that's dedicated, towards mental health.
That's awesome.
And we always invite a guest speaker out. And we usually do that at mid-year as well.
Cool.
The mid-year conference. Yes. And speaking of which, I'm doing a little segue here because I don't know if you had a chance to look at it, our T-shirt contest.
I heard about it. I haven't really looked into it yet. So give me the deets because I'm really excited about this.
I sent a text to you with the flyer.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're doing is, and this is district wide. Anyone who has the talent to come up with a state shirt. So the multiple district always has a state shirt that we wear to the international conference. And this year it's going to be in Washington, D.C. So on that flyer, it tells you the deadline to get your drawing in for a shirt that will be created for the state. We're going to vote for your drawing at the mid-year, and whoever wins, that shirt will be created and worn at the international conference coming up in Washington, D.C. in July next year.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. So I will definitely push that to the fullest I can do it. I'll put it on my Facebook page, personal and Lions Club podcast and everything. I'll keep mentioning it on the podcast until I will definitely pull up that flyer or scene and make sure I memorize it so I have everything set. I've already got a couple ideas in my head to submit. I have to choose which one I want to do. So, because I mean, it's in DC this year, so it's definitely doable for a lot of people, and because I know the trip to Hong Kong was probably a little pricey, and a lot of people couldn't do it. I know I would not be able to do an international trip, but something close to home, DC's, it's a flight, it's a hop on the plane and you're there type thing.
That's right. Now, international, we actually had a group of 25 individuals from the state of Arizona that went to international conference, the Lions International Conference. Of course, I was there because I was being inducted. But it was a beautiful, beautiful trip. Had such a good time. I met people from all around the world, all around different states. And even at the international conferences, that's another thing that Ed and we were doing is talking to different individuals that we can, do partnerships with, that invited us to their installation in Mexico. Some invited us to installations in California and Colorado. And it's another way of partnering with other Lions clubs. And you never know out of those relationships, what we can do as a group, across state borders, across international borders to help each other.
Oh, yeah. 100%. And then, Ed was sending me pictures, and yes, I will admit I was jealous. I mean, it looked beautiful over there, and
Oh my
the
God,
food was
it was
probably to
beautiful.
die for. So
Yeah,
I mean, hopefully
yes.
one day I'll be able to kind of take some of those trips and whatnot. But yeah, I was jealous of it, and just seeing on YouTube, and I know the LCI, they put some stuff out there too to kind of broadcast it, and it was just awesome to see. And I was so proud just to see the team from Arizona being out there and representing our state so well. Um, and just makes me even more prouder
Absolutely.
to be a Lion, to be an Arizona Lion. And we're gonna make noise, and people are gonna know Arizona's here. Uh,
That's right.
because when we do
That's
things,
right.
we don't do things quietly usually. Um,
Yeah.
we're loud. I mean, we got we got the Wildcats here, we got the Sun Devils.
Uh-huh.
So we got a lot of loud components to Arizona. So we're gonna make
That's
some
right.
noise, and I can't wait to partner with Ed and you in the North to kind of get that. Hey, it's a North thing only. No, it's a South thing only. No, it should be an Arizona thing. Um,
It's be an Arizona thing. We're doing it.
yeah. So we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it loud and proud, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. Um, I talked to Ed the other night, and just we were passing ideas throughout for like 20 minutes on things that we want to try to do, um, and a couple projects that we're looking to kind of tweak a little bit more, just because it makes sense for the project. Instead of being just this, it's going to be a bigger one, just to kind of get it out there more. So more of that to come, because I know we got things happening. We got the kickoffs coming. Uh, we got so then after that we got the mid-year, and we got all these other things. We got training sessions coming up, that we're
Oh,
partnering with the North and you guys, and we're just gonna make a lot of things happen over the next year, I believe, and I think it's gonna be great and so much fun. And uh,
yes.
I'm the kind of guy that'll go nonstop, so I expect to be extremely tired and exhausted by the end of this year. uh,
Exactly.
but you know what, I think of it this way: if I'm tired and
My,
I'm
my
exhausted, I've done my job.
That's
So
right. My vacation will be in Washington D.C. at the International, and I can take my deep breath and rest.
yeah, be like, all right,
That'll be it. That'll be my party.
all right, whoever's next, here's your thing. Have fun. I'm done.
Right. That's it. Yes. I like that. It rhymes.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna put a P in front of the DG. Now I'm a past district governor, and just kind of ride
Yes.
off and have fun. So, well, Marcine,
That's right.
thank you so much for coming on the podcast with us.
Absolutely.
Sorry for
Anytime.
all the
Anytime.
rescheduling and the technical difficulties
It's
that we've
okay.
had. But
It has.
it happens. Thank you for being flexible. Thank you for coming on again and just sharing your story. And I'm pretty sure we'll have you on many more times.
Anytime.
Just to kind of get it. I've already talked to Ed. I want to do an update like halfway, maybe at the mid-year. I'll
Sure.
do a mid-year check-in with you guys and say, hey, how's our state doing up at your guys' level? Because even, as a zone chair, we get some of the data, but you guys get the big stuff from LCI and the council and all that. So,
Right.
so it'd be really nice to kind of get a half year check in. Where we at? Are we meeting our goals that you and Ed had set for us,
Right.
or do we need to
Yeah.
kind of kick it up to another gear and finish it off strong?
Exactly.
Which with some of the teams
Exactly.
that you have and Ed has, I don't see that as a problem.
I don't see it as a problem either. I think it's going to be a lot easier, because we're working as a team.
We're working as a team, and
yeah,
both teams
it's gonna
have
be
good firecrackers who are just
yes, we do.
go getters and just nonstop, thinking and planning and moving, and action getters is what, like, I like to call them. It's because there's a thing, like, let's go back to the Cochise Stronghold. They acted. They didn't have to wait for a meeting or an approval. They just said, nope, we're doing it. Cool. That's the way it should
That's
be,
it.
and that's the way with how we
Yeah.
should run this district. If it's time sensitive, we shouldn't have to wait to have a mid-year or a council meeting. Let's just activate, go. It's always good to do now and ask for forgiveness later, right?
Right.
So I rather do
Exactly.
that and be like, hey, yeah, I did this. Yell at me if you want, but if it happened again, guess what? I'm gonna do the same thing again.
That's it.
It shouldn't have to
Yeah.
wait, and I'm just really excited again. Just looking forward to the teamwork and being along for the journey and taking our audience from the podcast along with us. Being one of my goals for this podcast is to give Arizona a voice to tell everybody the good stuff we do here and celebrate those wins. And hey, what are you struggling with? Oh, you're struggling with this.
Exactly.
Hey, I just talked to somebody at another club that has the same struggle. They found a solution. Let me get you in contact with that person and work it out.
Yes.
So
that's right.
I like being that voice, and just to give more. We need to broadcast. We may not be in doing this for that spotlight, but in still general, we need to do it as we need to showcase our wins and our positivity things that we get, and just so everyone knows, hey, something small
Absolutely.
is something big for somebody else.
That's right.
So
that's right, and we got to get more people listening as well, all across Arizona.
All across Arizona.
Yeah, that's right.
It's out there. I check my statistics once or twice a month. I don't try to dig into it too much because I didn't get into doing this idea that I had with my co-host Lori, who couldn't join us today. She's traveling back from Michigan after dealing with a family death and whatnot.
Sorry.
Thank you. So we just wanted to be there to kind of showcase ourselves. But I look into it, and as of yesterday, we had like 172 downloads since we started back in March, late March, early April, and we got places like Paraguay, India, England,
wow,
Canada. We got them all over the places, kind of taking in. So I'm like, yes, that's what I want this to reach as far as it can reach and get everybody like, right. Wow, Lions. Even if you're not a Lion, if you come across this podcast and you listen to it, it may say, hey, I want to be involved in that. Let me find my local Lions club and go join. So, and it's something small, and I'm gonna keep doing it as long as the district will help me support it.
Absolutely. I will even ask a few people, a few of my connections, to come on and do the podcast.
Oh yeah, I will interview. Yes. I try not to call it interviews because I'm not really interviewing people. We're just talking. We're having a good conversation.
Come on, have conversation with you.
Come, let's have some coffee and chat. So,
that's right.
So it's great. And again, Marsine, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know it's kind of getting late because I could probably talk for hours with you, just like we did in Atlanta. So
yes.
I respect your time. I appreciate you coming on to the podcast today and sharing your story and being that light up in the north that is going to erase those borders a little bit and
that's right.
help us bridge together this state, just like your guys' pin, you and Ed's pin, come together. 2 different districts make one state, and
right.
I look forward to the ride.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it too, and I'm so glad we got to hang out in Atlanta, but we'll be doing more of that.
Oh yeah, we got a whole year to hang out and plan and light, for a lack of a better term, because I don't like using this term because we're in Arizona, and but we're gonna light this state on fire. We're gonna
yes, we are.
We're gonna make it even brighter than it is now. The good thing is though, we know how to do fire control, so it won't get too out of hand, but people will know where Arizona's at. And then just
thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
No problem. The only thing I think, let's not give Melee a bullhorn. Because
no, she doesn't need one.
She doesn't. Well, you're right. She doesn't need one, man. That voice of hers is, it carries, but she has such passion behind her, and just I'm just every time I
She
hear her
does.
speaking on things, I just go in complete awe mode. I'm like, wow, this
I
girl is
know. I
awesome.
love her.
So,
Yes.
all right, Marcine, thank you very much. You have a wonderful night, a great weekend, and we will talk in a couple weeks.
All right. Thanks, Jerry. Love it.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye bye. Well, Lions podcast nation. You know, that was District Governor Marsine from the north. You can hear her drive and her ambitions. It's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I appreciate everyone for listening. Thank you so much. Um, invite people to check it out if this is something you is. Play it at your club meetings. Do whatever you want. It's out there. It's for you guys. We have, like I said earlier, we have a Facebook page now. It's still being built. It's still in its very, very early stages. Lions Pride Podcast AZ is the Facebook site. It's also our email address, Lions Pride Podcast AZ at gmail.com. If you would like to be a guest, please email us. Let's get you on. Let's talk about your success stories. Let's promote your service and your feel good moments. Let's get out there and just remember, guys, we're all in this for the same reason. Teamwork does make the dream work, as we said earlier. I appreciate all you guys taking your time and listening to this podcast. It's been my pleasure to bring it to you, and I will continue to bring it to you for as long as, our district and our state will allow me to represent us on this podcast and reach as many Lions as we can. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. Have a good night.